Morning everyone. Gacha games are sometimes very generous and sometimes not so much at all. Gacha games come from a Japanese thing called gachapon. You know, it's a kind of a luck-based thing. You put some coins, you get a thing. However, I want to talk about the whole, is it like fine to play these games from a perspective of, hey, do I need to spend money? Do I need to do this? Do I need to do that? The thing is that for me personally, I never played much of gacha games in the past. Like the first gacha game I started to play was, if you don't count Facebook games, was Girls Frontline. And I started to play that because I just genuinely like the idea of, hey, you have guns and waifu guns. I was an interesting person back in the day, but it just really interested me. And the thing is that we live in a day and age where, there are a lot of corporations that are trying to make as much money as they can out of their games and out of their product. And, gacha games, in all honesty, probably 99% of them are trying to do the same thing. However, the thing is that first of all, I believe that you should do what is fun for you. If you enjoy playing gacha games, you should definitely play them. However, of course, since gacha games are hand-to-hand to a degree with gambling, I wanted to talk about this. The thing is that, I don't really like gambling. It's just not a thing for me. I come from Europe. Oh, when I see a game that has loot boxes or any, gambling mechanics, I'm always been, maybe, I shouldn't really play this. However, the thing with gacha games is that quite often they are very, just unique and just their own thing, and I kind of really like this. Some of them are obviously kind of like flash games, since quite most of them are only on mobiles or just really in a small factor. However, especially in recent years, you see games like Genshin Impact or Honkai Impact, and these games are just more budgety. There are of course many more. However, the thing is that what I learned from these things is that, and kind of just prove my whole point on the way I look at things, is that you should just have fun. The reality of it all is that I have never spent money on gacha. I have probably I would say 50 hours in Girls Frontline, 100 plus in Honkai Impact and Genshin Impact, and I have never spent money on a gacha. I've only bought season passes, battle passes, those kind of things. And the reason why is that I actually believe that in most of these games, or in good portion of them, you will enjoy yourself more if you just don't spend the money. I mean, of course, spinning, just like in casino, will give you that serotonin rush. You just feel this dopamine, and it feels great and all. But the reality of it all is that, especially for me in Honkai Impact, I enjoy the game way more when the game is hard. I'm supposed to think about what dailies I'm going to grind. I need to think about what stats I need and these kind of things. And obviously these games are pay to win, meaning you spend money in a gacha, you get characters that are insane, or you just level up those characters through gacha to an insane level, and you just powerhouse through these games. And the thing is that, you obviously shouldn't be that person. You shouldn't just be mad at yourself for having fun and things like that. The reason why I'm saying this is because I can imagine that a lot of people are holding back from playing gacha because, hey, corporations are bad, corporations are greedy, we all know that, and they just don't want to fall into the whole trap of, hey, I will play this game and, next day there's going to be 10 more like them, even worse in terms of gacha. But the thing is that the reality of it all is that we live in a day and age that is kind of fucked. Let's just be real here. So I just believe, in my honest opinion, you should just do what is fun and just enjoy yourself. Of course, there are games that aren't good in terms of gacha. There are games that are good in terms of gacha. But I believe that as long as you're reasonable and you don't waste all of your money away, and ideally you just play free to play, or just spend as little as much as you can, you will probably have a great time in most of these games. Especially the upcoming new ones that are coming out. I mean, in terms of gacha games, that are going to be more and more, more budget games, especially if they become even more profitable. I can imagine that Western companies like EA tries to do their own gacha game, so like they didn't with Battlefront 2, for example. But the point of this that I wanted to say is that you just shouldn't be ashamed of what you want to do, and you shouldn't be ashamed of what you want to enjoy, and just go for it. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about this. It was on my chest, and I figured I might as well talk about it because in the past I tried to not play gacha games. I tried to go around it and not play it, and then I gave them a try, and I had a lot of fun without spending money and without just spending anything on the game. And when I really enjoyed it, I just bought the battle pass because I just thought it would make the experience a little bit better. And in some cases it did, some cases it didn't. It just made me crunch on the game, and yeah. Just have fun, that's the whole point of life. Anyway, have a good one. I'll see you later. Bye bye.